I'm actually probably gonna work. Ooh, sorry. I'm probably gonna work with the OBS preview today instead, because I'm not gonna be playing the game much. All right, there we go. All right, I can't hear the game, so I was playing a bit of Try, and I was kind of like, yo, this is kind of fire. So let's just talk about the meta a bit. And like what is in the meta. In terms of specials, this is the big deal. I think right now, Strike is in the meta, Crab is still in the meta, Inkjet is still in the meta, and you know, you might see some Wave. Booyah is definitely a high tier special. Missiles, if it's worth running this, sure. So yeah, Zip isn't really there. Bubble is far off. Zuka might need reevaluation. But I don't know. It's still very skill dependent, you know? Like there's times where Azuka just doesn't do anything still, even with its change. But I think it's still much better than what it used to be. Yeah. What else? Inkstorm, like I think this thing's well tuned. You know, I'll give it that, and it's great for the choke points in this game. Booyah is still one of the best specials ever. It just needs more weapons because like these things have some massive downsides. This thing takes forever. This thing's shots suck, but this is probably the best option for Booyah. This thing is long range and has a lot of downtime and it's pretty slow. This thing can't fight, but it's good for paint spamming, you know? And these things are just slow. Glugas is the main weapon. They're okay. I wouldn't say they're good or like anything meta worthy. So, you know, Wavebreaker though is doing pretty good. So yeah, like this is a pretty good weapon. This is pretty alright with Wave. Although Curling Bomb, like each of these weapons has some downsides. Maybe not this one, but the main weapon is its downside. This one, the Sprinkler, really? E-Liter is actually pretty good of a kit. Mine is like fine for this, but like, cause like it's gonna put a mine where it stays and then move after every shot. So, but this thing with the Curling Bomb is rough. But like main weapon wise, it's really good. Although I don't know if I've seen it in the meta yet. Like what tournaments have happened since this patch? I feel like this thing, decent kit. Good main weapon, but like S-Blast outclasses it a bit, but this thing has a decent kit. We can see better though, I feel like. And this thing has a good kit, but it's just like paint spam, I think. So yeah, like Wave is alright, but like it could use some better kits. Vac isn't really meta, but like these kits are varying. Like these two Charger kits are about the same. Charger kits is pretty good, but like Sprinkler, really? Line Marker is okay on this, like it combos pretty well. But Toxic Mist, man. And then Wall on a roller, like yeesh. This kit's actually okay, but like the other one's just better. Why would you do this? This thing is probably like in a good spot. Like don't touch it, don't tune it too much. But like it does feel slightly weak, but like not by much. Not like yeah, it's not in the meta, but like you don't want to make it too good because then it's gonna be like missiles. So Inkjet is like super meta, but like look at these weapons and what your options are for Jet. That is abysmal. Yeah, like you're basically running ballpoint if you want Inkjet. This thing's fine for Inkjet, but 210, like, jeez. This thing being 200 makes sense. It's really paint dependent, but it just doesn't kill. And then Try is like a really good main weapon. Hammer is like not great. It needs to block from the front, and then it'll be good. Crab is still fine. Like I will say, as a splash main personally, having extra delay with your shots with the R button, that kind of sucks, like hard. That was a hard nerf to this thing, like yeesh, like this. And yeah, they don't really kill. Like, if these shots killed, I'd probably be a bit more okay with it, but yeah, is the frame rate weird or is it just me? It's set to 60, so. Yeah. I think it's just the lag. Yeah, the input better than one. Like, the shot delay, it's a bit rough, but you know, I don't want this thing being meta, and if that's the thing holding it back, sure. So yeah, I think that's most of the special weapons. Well, no, Slider needs some buffs to be seen, because right now it just dies. Tri-Strike is really overpowered. Like, seriously, it's a problem. What gets Tri quicker? Okay. Or triple. So the thing with Tri-Strikes is that, like, there's no real damage, ramping. If I just toss this thing here, like, yeah, it exists, but like, if you just throw it on a target, they're just insta deleted, which is kind of the problem with this thing. So if I just toss this at a target, it'll just insta die at like the very edge of the spiral. Like, the second the spiral touches it, you're just insta deleted, which I don't really like. Like, I like it to ramp up slightly slower than what it is. Just slightly. I think 400 per strike is like insane. Like, that thing's gonna shred literally everything. So yeah, I don't know if its damage was the problem then when they buffed this thing. Like, it was towards human players, but towards objects, I think it was okay. It made it a little bit buffed. I think this is over buffed, cause like, you can just big bubbler, and it's just insta deleted. Like, yeah, that's max damage. But to be fair, that's all 3 of my strikes. It's probably about 4, maybe, per strike. It's kind of like yeesh. That's kind of nuts. So maybe like 200 per strike. I don't know the health of the big bubbler, but like, one shouldn't just insta delete a big bubbler. Like, damn. Maybe it is fine, but because they like, I think for the current special, like what we have right now in design, I think them being this powerful is okay, because like the vulnerability right now that I have, like, I can't go in swim form like at all. I have to use my strikes, so I think the power that they give is really good. Like, yeah, they're really powerful and you can't leave swim form, so that's fine. But like, if I could go in swim form, you know, and move around the map, and maybe even use my main weapon mid-strike, like a bomb rush, that could be, that might need nerfed. So yeah, which I really think they should do. I still think this thing should be able to swim and stuff. Like, honestly, just swimming alone would be a big deal for strikes. Main weapon usage, that might be, like, who knows. So I like that about Bomb Rush, how I could just use my main weapon during it. That's my thought on strikes. Cooler is probably as healthy as it's ever been, but the main reason Cooler is meta is because of Inkjet spam. So, you know, that might be a problem. If Inkjet ever falls from the meta, this thing will too. It's kind of like propped up. It's like barely in the meta. Like, it's there, but like, this thing can easily fall out. Which, what actually is, hang on, I need to move OBS out of the way so you don't see my screen. What is the reason, like, what are the points that Cooler gives you? It's just me, or is that laggy? I am dropping a little bit of frames, so. Maybe Sendu would tell me. This isn't the Sendu that I'm looking for. Oops. Damage calculations, I guess, or is it like ability points? Maybe it is under cooler. Wait, this is weapons. Some specials, okay. Build analyzer, maybe. Sub weapon, main weapon, ultra. Wait. Problem. What do I get like the stats of cooler? Are we back? That was weird. Yeah, we're back. Okay. So this, I don't know if this is the recent patch. But it gives you some swim speed up, some run speed up, some intensify, some quick super jump, quick respawn, special saver, and ink res. That's like fine. 57 points. Okay. So it doesn't give you much swim or run speed. 30. I think it's like 3 and 5, so that's pretty significant. Oh, why the heck is my monitor? Huh. I'll just leave it like that so you can kind of read the text. Sorry for that, HDR issues, you know. That should fix it. I'm kind of looking at this, and then I'm going back to my game and looking at, I need to think of the abilities here. There we go. So I'm kind of looking at this, and I'm kind of looking at this. Like, is this valid? Here, I'll just say what it gives you. It gives you some swim speed up, some run speed up, 29 ability points of both. Intensify, the new gear ability, 57 ability points. Quick super jump, it gives you some of that. Quick respawn, where is quick respawn? And it gives you some special saver, a significant amount of special saver, and ink res. So special saver and ink resistance. So this thing is really good for when you die, seriously, because you're not gonna lose a lot of your special. You're gonna respawn stupidly quick. Like you're gonna lose next to no special, respawn almost instantly, jump back in really quickly, and if you somehow live this thing, you're gonna be resistant to enemy ink, run, and swim faster. So now they don't give you any ink saver main, sub, ink recovery up, none of those. They don't give you any special power up, so it's not gonna power up your special. It's not going to increase your fill rate of your special gauge. That's not going to change. It's not going to power up your sub weapon. You're not going to get any sub resistance up. That's interesting. You do get intensify also. So a significant amount of intensify. So with intensify, like your RNG is going to be a bit better. And squid rolling and strategy will be better, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, nothing major. It just looks at these gear abilities and is like, what could we like boost significantly? Like it's nothing down here. Like I feel like, I don't know. I think the only reason why Cooler is seen in the meta is because you just respawn instantly, and if you're already like there, you know, your location's already seen. So getting faster run and swim speed, intensify, ink resistance, isn't really gonna. Oh, and like yeah, no, just yeah, isn't really worth it. If you're gonna still be alive, intensify action, ink resistance, um, isn't really gonna, and swim and run speed. Like that's fine, but like not anything game changing. Um, if they made like your main weapon more powerful, like if they gave you a bit of damage up, that would be seen in the meta. Oh my god, no, please don't do that. Um, yeah, like a little bit of nothing to damage up, next to nothing. Also, there is one empty spot here, so we're kind of due for one more ability. Like seriously, so like I feel like they should give a little bit of sub res. That should be seen. Man, my mouth is killing me. Sub resistance would be nice to have. I don't know why they didn't give you that. They just gave you ink resistance, which is nice. You can walk through enemy ink, but usually you want to run like one sub of this and you're good. It's kind of that thing where like you don't need much. You don't need this much ink res. Like that's I don't really like giving ink res in this. Like it's not really gonna do anything. So like sub res probably would have been a better pick. You know? Yeah, this is like legit. Reduces effects and damage from sub weapons. Yeah. That's what it should have been instead of ink res. And then I think that would have done it better. Maybe ink res is useful. Well, it reduces damage taken and okay. But it's only for walking in enemy ink. So like yeah. If they swapped out this for this, would have been much better. Or at least like half the amount of ink resistance. Maybe, or done to take it down to 29 and then give you 29 ability points of sub res. That would have been better. Cause like this thing is mostly just you can throw your bomb farther, which isn't really that big of a deal. Although ink saver, main and sub, that might be like a big, and like ink recovery up, you know. I feel like we need a version of Tacticooler that's like there's either good for like this is good for respawning, but if you're kind of just gonna sit there and not do anything, or you're just gonna sit there with it and not and just not do much, then like what's the point? That's the biggest issue with Cooler. It could use some of this. Not too much of it though. Some of that and like maybe a bit of this. That might be a bit broken. Special saver, like it already gives you that, I think. Yeah, it does. Because this is focused on when you die. Maybe a bit of special power up depending on the special, but it's also you got to be careful with this because if you give too much, special is going to be kind of broken. Well, no, because if you make a special that boosts other specials, that's not a good thing. We don't want to boost the power of every special in the game with one special. Like that's kind of like, oh, that's a bit much. And then this thing, yeah. I think the current state of Cooler, just swap this for this and you're good. That would be a big deal. That would massively impact like the game. But yeah, like if they gave it some sub res, that'd be huge. Because they're not seemingly giving it like any main ability. So although it would be nice to get some of these three things personally. Like if you're gonna sit on the ground, some ink saver main, sub, and recovery up, maybe. Like I think they should make like a tactical for dying like this. So if you die, you respawn quickly. You lose none of your special. Basically what this is, but without the swim and run speed up. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. Remove the intensify. Remove the swim and run speed up. And remove the ink res. Let me see something. I need to turn on the copy bot. Okay. So this is me walking through enemy ink right now. Oopsie, I did not mean to die. Wait, doesn't affect my respawn rate? Oh. Oh, already? I thought it took a rotation. Yeah, I didn't do too hot. Alright. Here's my current walk speed in enemy ink. Oh. That's significant. That's like, I could just walk right through enemy ink like it's no one's business. But I still take damage though. So like, what's the point? Why does this thing give you ink res? That's what I don't understand. Like, wouldn't you want to give it this? Like, seriously. That'd be much more needed than the ink res. Like, you make that change, this special is, like, really good. But, like, it isn't giving you, you know, ink saver main, ink saver sub, ink recovery up. That'd be nice to have. Special charge, you know, that'd be nice to have for a very defensive special, or a very, yeah. No, don't give it special power up. We don't need to power up other specials. Or upgrading, I don't know. We don't need sub power up, that will be fine. Special power up, depending on what it does to every special. What does it do? Oh, this is S2. Here we go. Base duration and durability. That's kind of big. Reduces passive charging and throwing time. Good. Increases duration, and shot explosion radius. Ooh. Special power up on Inkjet. Oh. Okay. Special power up on Inkjet's kind of big. Shot explosion radius? Damn. Increased duration and throwing range. That's good. Duration is the big one that I want to see off of that. Suction radius. Fine. I think that's fine, like in the overall scheme of things. Nothing with the shot, but the shot needs to... the shot's alright. It can insta-cap his own. That's a bit much. Duration. Explosion radius. That's interesting. That's a good thing. Duration of the drinks. Targeting reticle. And ink coverage of missile explosion. Targeting reticle. Alright, ink coverage of the missile explosions because the explosion MK is bigger. That's interesting. I mean, it's not really damage up, but that's going to make it a lot more annoying to deal with. Speed and radius of ink strikes. Wow, that's actually, ow. Oh, sorry, there's a gnat in here. That's actually kind of like huge. They go and land quicker. Jeez. And then they also like the radius is bigger, which like, damn, that's nuts. Um, Charge X can be really powerful with SPU. Increases duration, radius, ink coverage of the shots. Okay. Duration of the stamp. That sounds very underwhelming, but alright. Radius of shockwaves, that's huge. But you'll know the radius when you deploy it anyways. So. Increased duration, reduces ink consumption from main weapon during special, increased number of grapples. Okay, that's good. Kraken Royale increases duration, chumps increase explosion radius. Overall, special power up is actually kind of good. Like, it sounds good. I don't know how much it benefits special weapons though. Like it's kind of, in some cases it's fine. In some cases it's kind of needed. Like Bubbler, yeah, base duration and durability, yeah, that thing kind of needs it. Booyah is like fine. It's just charging and throwing, which like, sure, you know. That's how you know if a special is tuned correctly. If they're changing its charging and throwing time and not the actual radius of the explosion, that's a good thing. Or like of the bomb. Crab duration, that's good, because you don't want to change the shots and make them faster or more powerful or anything like that. So I think duration's the right way to go. Duration and I don't know about shot explosion radius for inkjet. That's a bit much. But duration is fine. Duration and throwing range on Inkstorm is fine because I'm not affecting the special itself. Suction radius on Vac is fine. Although it's not really, it doesn't need it, but you know, fine. Duration for a while. Like, it's weird. You might want to like power up the special a bit more instead of just duration for a while. That's kind of like, sure, but like, why? Explosion radius on Slider is interesting. I would have probably done speed, like made it go faster. That would have been cool. Less the radius, because like that's affecting the special directly, the big part that matters. Cooler, duration of the drink's effect. That's good, like, because everything else with the special is pretty unimpactful and underwhelming. So, you know, missiles is fine. It's not damage up, so I'll take it. And you're not giving an extra missile or something like stupid. Although for Tri-Strike's speed and the radius is a bit, that sounds a lot. Like just maybe one of the, like just maybe increasing the throwing speed. That'd be big. The radius is already kind of a problem. Duration, radius, in coverage of Zuka shots. Alright. That's fine. Because, like, the reason why this is fine for Zuka is it doesn't really do anything. So giving it longer duration is good. Giving it a bigger radius, and in coverage from your shots, like, that's gonna be a big deal. Because, you know, letting it do things more is always good. For Zuka, specifically. I don't know if it's altering the killing hitbox of this thing, but, like, I wouldn't mind it if it did, because it needs to kill more. Stamp is just more duration. Like, really? You could have done something, you know? Done something more than just duration, but okay. Like, that's pretty underwhelming. I don't know if it needs a damage buff, or if it needs to just block shots in the front, but that's probably something they do in patching. And then duration makes more sense. Wave breaker, radius of the shockwaves, which, you know, that's okay. Probably, maybe would have been better to change like the echolocation effect from it, but that's affecting the special directly, like what the effect is. of the special. So I think radius of shockwaves probably the best thing to do without making the special too powerful. Zip, I mean, it can use the changes it's getting. You know, a lot of the special relies on your main weapon, which it does decrease. But like, I don't know. Zip doesn't really do anything. Well, it can, but it's all about the main weapon and zipping the places, which is gonna be very predictable. So I don't mind this. Like, you're not changing the armor the special gets. So yeah. I don't know. Zip might be a bit much, but like, Zip isn't the most powerful special in the game or anything. If anything, it's gonna come out to be like Splashdown. So I think it'll be alright. Kraken Royale is just duration, which is like fine. It needs some change. The Kraken needs some changing, honestly. It's not like up there, but yeah. Chump's explosion radius. I don't know if I would have taken that route. Probably would have made him harder to hit down or give him more health. Have the Chumps get more health. That's like the very easy thing. They keep buffing the explosion radius. Like, it's fine, but yeah. I feel like Chumps need to do a bit more still. Like, they need to be harder to hit down, and then we're good. Give them like double the health or something. If this did that, that'd be cool. But well, at the same time, no, because then they'd be like things that you literally can't shoot down. So this is probably the better way to go. Explosion radius. I don't think special power should be given, because it is a bit like powering up specials a bit much. If you give a lot of it, it's like it's gonna break the game and make pushes like, whew. Yeah. So maybe just give these 3 things, maybe a bit of this, you know, maybe if they just add these 3 abilities, but like, damn, that's kind of a lot. Maybe like special charge. This is why I'm kind of thinking, maybe just give all of these abilities. And then a bit of ink res. Well, nah, people can put on ink res. Yeah, give all of these. And then this. But this is gonna be very useless, because by the time you have your special up, it's gonna speed up everyone else's special and get them in play quicker. So like, you know, more interaction and more fighting. So yeah, and because then it focuses less on dying, because right now Cooler is just, you know, you place it, you die, you respawn immediately. You know, the benefit it has on land isn't really worth it. You know, I didn't even look at Intensify. Yeah, that too, I guess. All of this and Intensify. Yeah, that'd be very like defensive. Maybe a bit too much though. Cause like you want this for the great stuff and the splatling stuff. This for the tracking weapons, but they're also gonna be seen. So, because of the arrows, so maybe not swim. Well, yeah, I think swim speed's fine, but it's more for tracking weapons. So, but I still think it could have its benefits. This and this. That would be big. Like that might be a bit broken. But maybe don't give a lot of each of those. Like on Cooler, it's giving you a lot of like 3-4 things. How many things? 5 things of 57 and 2 30s. 3, 4, 5. But I think this should be a 30 ability points of. Like, I think these three things should be 30. And then this should be 50, 50, 50, or 57, whatever. Oh, wait, this. Duh. Okay, then maybe these three things and then these two things. 3, 8, 4, 5, and then these 30. Or 29, whatever. And then special charge is like, maybe. But by the time this special comes online, I feel like you'd want other specials to come online. And I don't think special charge is really gonna affect it. Maybe a little bit of charge. You know? Because you're probably most of the way there. So yeah. So maybe like 15 of this. And then like 30 of these two things. And then like 57 of these. So wait, 30 of these two. And then 5 things of 57. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Like I could see us getting a much more like defensive version of Cooler. That'd be nice. But then this Cooler would be more for dying. Trying to think though. Would this be too broken? This is gonna promote bomb spam. You're gonna be able to shoot your main weapon forever and get ink really quickly. You won't take like next to no damage from sub weapons, and the effects will be like next to nothing. You'll have like no RNG. When jumping, okay. Only when jumping, good. This could, maybe Ink Saber sub could be a bit problematic because a bomb spam would be a thing. Remember Splatoon 2? Probably why they didn't do this, I just realized. Because then you're just gonna like spam bombs. Especially if you get ink really quickly. Just spam bombs instead of fire. I don't know. And then if you do ink resistance main or ink saver main, like I mean, shooters will have a problem with it. They'll be a bit crazy. But like everything else will like it. I don't know why they didn't give ink saver main and then ink recovery. Although bomb spamming is kind of a thing here, so. Anyways, not what I wanted to talk about. I think Cooler could be changed a bit. Or like we can get a more, make one that's more dying related, and then one that's more offensive or defensive related. That'd be interesting. I want to talk about main weapons and their place in the meta. Shooters, better than ever. Like, man, they were powerful in S2. Here, I feel like they're just as good. Like, and look at the kits. We have 3 pages of kits. And I think almost every shooter has 2 kits. Shooter players are like, it's like Christmas for the game right now. If you're a shooter player, you're fine. Everything else, you're kind of suffering a little bit. Roller players, like I feel like roller needs some changes, because like the only roller that I could recommend, or not that I could recommend, but like I'd say is good as like Carbon, well, Carbon Deco. That one's good. V roller is fine. It's the best ever been, but it's just kind of meh. Dynamo is weak. This thing, why? And Swig is like, it's like close. It's so close to being good. I think what's holding back rollers though might be their kits, maybe. Cause like this thing is missiles. This thing doesn't have a kit, and its weapon sucks. These two things are like ink spam. This one, it has actually a decent kit, but it's not like good or amazing. This thing is a pretty good kit. Like you give Carbon Burst Bomb, yeah, and like Zuka doesn't do anything a lot, but like when you're a Carbon Roller, I think it's okay. I don't know. Like it doesn't pair that well though. That's the thing. Like if you gave it Wave Breaker, yeah. But like this kit just doesn't exist. And this kit doesn't exist. And this one won't exist pretty soon. So yeah, Roller Player is not having a good time. Like it's fine, better than it's been. But yeah. Like they gave Roller a wall. Oh no, that was Slosher. Chargers. Chargers are like really good in this game. This is a good kit. Good. Well, I say it's good. Splat Bomb on a Charger is good. The Vacuum, it can get buffed. If it could switch from sucking to shooting immediately, yeah, then this is a good kit. This is good. It needs Burst Bomb. What the fuck? And you know, maybe GlueTuber has a point now that it's been buffed. Now that you know when this thing gets the full charge, this thing is kinda like a big deal. Yeah. I don't know how it compares to typical chargers though. It might still be longer charge time to get to 100%. Or to get to that killing point. Sloshers are like seriously good. It's just their kit. This thing is outclassed by T-Tech, having the same kit. This thing doesn't exist because what is this gonna do? The zip is fine, but like the angle shooter, really? The line marker? Really? How did when this thing does 70 damage and does 50 through an indirect, what is this gonna do? It needs about 10 more damage to kill. And then maybe people will consider it. Maybe. Oh god. Like it doesn't go right where my reticle is going. That's annoying. But like, yeah, this kills. But just shoot him again. Like, is that really gonna... And same with the 50 hitbox. You just shoot again. And they die. So that's kind of dumb. Slosher might forever be the stupidest weapon. Like, that might be the dumbest kit in this game. But, like, it's fine. It works, I guess, but not good. This is okay. Like, I think it's a little meh. But this kit makes up for it, you know? So, what can I say? This thing was meta. So, like, I'm not gonna, like... Yeah. That alone should tell you. This thing, man, it doesn't feel as good as Splatoon 2. I haven't played it enough to tell you why. I didn't really play it much in 2. I just don't feel like it inks as well as it used to. But they did buff it, I think. So, maybe it's better. It could just be like how the game's changed. I think in Splatoon 2, this weapon was really good because no one knew how to counteract the blob. In this game, you just know. It's really easy, I feel like. I don't know, something about blob isn't right in this game. Can I actually see what they changed in blob? So the collision radius is different for each blob. 2 times disappearing when they hit the ground. No limit to wall bounces. Multiplied by 0.75. Man, this is so much information that I don't think I have time to like go through it. The hair collision is worse? That's interesting. Um, I don't know. Is this Chara? Yes, it is. I will watch that later. Now I am interested in that video, Blob's design. Anyways, back to main weapons. Slashers are pretty good, except for maybe the Blob and Explo. I can't say much about them. So I think Explo is pretty fine. It's similar to S2. It's just its kit is like fine. I think Blob needs a better kit because this is rough for Blob. Splatlings are like really good this game. Like holy shit, these things are good. Mini, like it was better in S1. I'll give it that. Although it was a bit weird in S1. So here it's like up there. Like this kid had missiles in the first game. And then this thing is Zimmy. But like Zimmy in S1 was really good. This thing in S2 was really good. So Mini is just kind of okay. It's fine. Like the thing with this thing with Hammer is like just shoot the person, I feel like. You know, it's lower range kit. Like there's nothing that's fixing its range problem. Hammer isn't really helping. This thing has Bubbler, which like S1 Bubbler is insane, but Toxic Mist is no disruptor. You know. And then Heavy is good. It's up there. Like if Ballpoint is at meta, this thing will be meta. Hydra is also pretty sought after. If Ballpoint isn't meta, this thing will be seen more. This thing is the meta, like seriously. Inkjet is why, and then the main weapon is fucking crazy. This thing, good kit. I kind of like this kit. It has a Splattershot Pro's kit, but like unlike the Splattershot Pro, it can do more with its kit. Splattershot Pro has a lot of downtime. This thing doesn't. This thing has significantly less downtime. So you're just able to do a lot more with its kit. Like you're able to leverage the Inkstorm a lot more. And like with how fast it shoots. Oh yeah. Like when you can just do this and then just, yeah. This thing is fine in solo. But like in a team comp setting, yeah, it's kind of weak. I can see why people want a gold kit. But I do wonder what they would give a gold kit. Like, I'm really curious to see. Because it had Inkjet in S2, and that was really good. And they could just give it Inkjet again, and I wouldn't be mad. Maybe Crab, maybe Slider. That's a bit weak, but, you know. Maybe even, well, wait, Heavy has Wave, so. We'll see. Would they really give it Zip? That would not be a good pick, 'cause it has to charge after it's Zip. So, that would suck. Like, you're really holding back not if you're gonna give it Zip. Or any Splatling. But, like, yeah, if you're gonna give something Zip, give it to Mini. Ballpoint, though, this is a banger kit. Its second kit's gonna have a beacon, so, like, this, it's gonna be dead on arrival because of the beacon. But maybe it'll have a good special. I don't remember what it had in S2. Dualies are really good in this game. Dapples have really good kits. And you can complain about this one being Tetras. You know? Dapples are good. This thing's annoying as shit. This thing is just Tetris, though. So if you're gonna play this, play this. Dualies, like, they're fine. They were better a lot in Splatoon 2 when they had missiles. That was a good kit. Like, if they give not Emperies, but like, because that one was known for having Jet and Curling Bomb. But if we can give Emperies an actually good kit, yeah. Or any sort of dualies, Burst Bomb, and maybe this is trying to be Emperry because that's what Crab Tank kind of does. So, but Suction Bomb, all right, interesting. But anyways, if we give one Burst Bomb Chump, that'd be huge. Glugas are kind of meh. The kit's good, but yeah. I'll probably reference K-Gal or like some sort of Gal kit. Again. These things are good. Don't know what else to say. They're good. The main weapon isn't as good though, but like, you know. And then these things are good. So like overall, Dualies, great spot. Barellas need some help. Like seriously, these things are still on life support. Well, yeah. This thing doesn't work. Seriously, it in a 1v1, this thing can't do anything. It can it's not even that threatening. It is a little bit, but like, yeah, this thing is so bad. It needs a damage buff. Seriously. And maybe a bit more shielding. Maybe, I don't know. And then this thing I haven't seen a single player play. Yeah. Why would you play this? There's so many better options. And this thing with Ink Mine, oof. Blasters, oh man, my mouth is hurting so badly. I might go take some Tylenol after this. Blasters are okay. Like, Luna is getting better. You know, after the buff. This is a good Luna kit, though. This thing's okay. Well, Blaster. This thing needs a better kit. But, like, it's still fine. This thing is fine, but it needs a better kit. That's like I think that's the thing with most blasters. They need better kits. This thing is, like, good. This is an amazing weapon. Just needs a good kit. This thing's good. Much better than the other one. This is a good Clash kit. Like, there's at least one good kit for every blaster. Give these two good kits. And this thing. That'd be actually scary. But I feel like in terms of the kits, this thing's gonna have the worst kit of all blasters. But it should at least synergize better than this one. So I don't know what's up with the new weapons, but their kits ain't it. Ink Brush this is a good brush kit. This is okay. We might see something better. But like, I'm not complaining about this. Although with Octobrush not getting that roll thing where it's resistant to as it turns. As you're holding ZR or ZL, this thing is resistant to enemy ink. When it turns, this is not. I don't know why. It's dumb. And then this thing is really good, but like, it needs a better kit. Brushes could be up there if this thing was better and this had a better kit. But like, this is not many brushes, so But brush players never had much, like 2 kits per brush, maybe 3. Yeah. Compared to like shooters with 3 pages. These things could be better. Like, they need better kits, first off. And this thing doesn't really have a purpose outside of spamming for missiles. This thing, it's fine. Might need some buffs, but it did get buffed, so I don't know. We'll see. I think 30 damage shorts projectiles is fine. And it might need to be a bit more higher, like 35 maybe or something, but we'll see. But there is 3 of them, so. But still at 90? I don't know. Well, they're indirects, so. Wipers are really good. Like, these things might need some buffs. These things are really good. Like, this is threatening still. And these 2 things are like, whew. They're a problem. Well, they can be, so. Wiper players are, wow, having a good day. Second Stamper kit is going to be interesting. Because, like, this is a good kit. I don't think it's going to, it might be like this. Or, like, a second niche. So, we'll see. But, like, in terms of area effect, blasters need better kits. This thing needs to exist. And, like, maybe this thing needs to be better in some way. And like sloshers need better kits. I don't even think they need better kits. This thing's outclassed. Not this problem. This thing is really threatening. Seriously. This thing is like, this might deal with splash. You know? Like, I don't know why we're not seeing this thing in the meta more. Well, I think we just need more options for AoEs. Roller is an AoE, I guess. Maybe. Which, like, rollers are kind of weak of the options. So, yeah. Like, we could see shooter, splatling, dualies on one side of the meta. And maybe chargers, I don't know. Slosher, Barella, and Blaster on the other side of the triangle. That'd be huge. I'm looking optimistically. I do think we need a third slosher kit. Because this thing's outclassed and this thing is stupid. And the main weapon's really good. It just needs a burst bomb, please. Burst bomb. Man, I want to say missiles. Man, what would be a good special for a slosher? Maybe, wave, maybe? Its shots are so good. Maybe even crab or inkjet? Maybe it has Trisec already. Crab or inkjet? Oh wait, Tri has inkjet. Man, I think the third slosher kit, burst bomb, crab tank, would go hard. Maybe even chump, but like with its damage being so high on V slosher, maybe even Kraken. Burst bomb, Kraken. Oh. Oh yeah, I want to see that. Burst bomb, Kraken on a slosher. That'd go hard because the main weapon does so much damage. You know? Because, like, this thing isn't going to combo with it. And this bomb's going to insta-kill, and same with your strikes. Zip's going to help the main weapon out a little bit, but, like, yeah. Sloshers could be better in this game, though. And then, you know, make these things better. Better kits. Or something. I don't know what you do with Blob, so. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go. My mouth is really sore. I'm gonna go take some Tylenol and yeah. See ya. Sorry, I couldn't, I mean, an hour is pretty good, but, whew. Alright, bye.